Well, the Clean Power Plan and our energy industry in general were the big topics I asked Senator Shelley Moore Capito about in a one-on-one interview in her Morgantown office. I also asked her about the lull in natural gas production and how we need to adapt as a state to survive economically. Without further ado, here's part two, starting with her take on the EPA's supposed attempt to circumvent the Supreme Court's halting of the Clean Power Plan.
I've been fighting this. I have a bill called the Arena Bill that we have considered in committee that passed that basically said the same thing that the Supreme Court said. Wait till the legalities and the constitutionalities of this decision have been made before we transform our economy and harm areas, which is our areas, are one of those areas that would be, I think, greatly harmed.
Talk to us about energy innovation. I know that's why you're in Morgantown.
Yes. Yeah, I was at Longview at the power plant. Lots of innovation there in terms of using coal as the resource, generating power that goes out onto the grid at less price, greater efficiencies, less emissions. This is the power plant of the future for coal. It really is the lifeblood of what coal can be in the future. I want to be very supportive of it and use it as a model across the country.
Everybody's overjoyed that gas prices are cheaper. The price of oil is cheaper. But in West Virginia, one thing that, when the coal industry has been struggling, that the economy was maybe starting to rely on a bit, is natural gas drilling and production. So that seems to be now taking a hit, partially perhaps because of the low oil prices. So where do you think West Virginia goes from here to try and, ensure that the economy continues to try to improve, but also while we're fighting, EPA coal industry problems, but also now we're fighting, with these layoffs. What do you think the solution is here?
Well, obviously, I think that the natural gas industry is in a major lull because of the price, but also because of the supply. And so there's a couple things that we're doing now and that I've been pushing. That's let us export our liquefied natural gas. We have such a great supply. We should go ahead and export it to countries that are our allies. We have enough here, and I think this would be jobs in our country and would, I think, definitely pull that industry back up. So LNG exports are important. Development and construction of pipelines are important. We have to get the sea of gas that we have to chemical plants, to crackers, to manufacturers that use natural gas not just to power but also as their feedstock. So we can take this time where we're in a bit of a lull and get that energy infrastructure built, because we're still not going to be able to move the product if we don't have the pipelines in place.